What's up guys, I'm back like I never left. In this video we're going to be talking about NIO Workhorse, and we have a stock that significantly sold off to the downside more than 50% since last week. So we're going to go over if it's a great dip buying opportunity. I'm also going to go over some of the major stocks that we talked about within the last few days, how they're doing, and if it's going to be a great opportunity to take profits in these companies. And also go over some important economic reports we need to be watching out for tomorrow after we do a quick stock market recap. So all this important information coming up. Now, before we get into the video, I would appreciate if you hit the like button. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below, and also subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. So the first company that we're going to be talking about is going to be NIO. So NIO has been crushing it for the past few days. Of course, the market was closed during the holidays, but last week, as you can see, started to trend higher and higher. It had the fourth consecutive green day today. Today, of course, it's up positive 9.75%, which is close to 10%. It's edging closer to making a new all-time highs, and the major catalyst that significantly affect this company in the short term is they have phenomenal delivery numbers that were reported, and that's really fantastic. We're going to go over some important massive things that's going to be happening on NIO Day, January 9. That is going to be changing NIO forever. So we're going to talk about that later on, exactly what to do specifically as we go into NIO Day, as we get closer to NIO Day. I'm going to talk about later on, but as you can see, the price point that we were talking about as a great support for NIO is around $40, and next to that is going to be around $43, $45. And the next profit target, if you want to sell out of your position, is if the stock breaks out, if we can go to like $60, and that is going to be your profit target if you're somebody that wants to swing trade it and get in and out. But I know the majority of the people that got involved in NIO are going to be holding it for a while. So let's go over and look at exactly what to expect for NIO Day. That is going to significantly affect the stock price. When you look at in detail the numbers for NIO more than doubled December sales to 7,007 EVs, and that is really fantastic. And the main sale that's coming from is going to be the E6 crossover, which only went on sale in September, is now NIO's top seller. So the one thing that is going to significantly, massively increase the number of vehicles that this company is going to be delivering in the future is that the new vehicle, the electric sedan that they're going to be unveiling in NIO Day. So that is going to be competing with Model 3 in China. So that is going to be a massive move for NIO, and they also going to be sharing the progress that they're making on self-driving and other core technologies on NIO Day. So they might say something, or they might unveil a phenomenal technology on when it comes to self-driving, the progress that they're making, and that can significantly affect the stock price. So of course you have to be super careful. Usually it can be buy the rumor, sell the news events that can potentially happen for NIO Day. But January 9, of course, the stock market is going to be closed. It's going to be on a Saturday, so we see on Monday what could potentially happen for this stock. But NIO definitely making a lot of progress. And of course, NIO also said that its new battery as a service program is gaining great acceptance. So that is really fantastic. NIO has been crushing the numbers, so you might expect the stock to hit a new 52-week high as we approach NIO Day, which is going to be at the end of this week. So that's fantastic. So be on the lookout for more volatility for NIO stock. The overall stock market was relatively down. We're going to be talking about later on, but the majority of the stocks that we talked about are doing very phenomenal. So that's really fantastic. So now let's talk about another company that had phenomenal news today, which is going to be a Workhorse. As you can see over here, Workhorse stock also up 8.29% to the upside. So that's phenomenal. We talked about this company is the top stocks to watch as we go into 2021. So the price target that we set for this company potentially can go to $30 and even higher, depending upon if they get the USPS contracts or not. But there was a phenomenal news that came out. That Workhorse had 6,000 vehicles orders from prior groups. So that is fantastic for the company. And we know that ARK Invest has been aggressively investing in this specific company when the stock price was also trading below the breakout point, when the stock was trading close to $14, $13. ARK Invest was aggressively getting involved in this company. They still own more than 1.8 million shares of Workhorse stock. They've been buying it even when it goes to $30, when it dips to $25, when it goes to $14, when it goes to $15. They're building their position significantly because they see huge potential in this company. So I also see huge potential in this company in the future. So definitely be on the lookout for Workhorse stock. We talked about in the past was the price target as we go into 2021. price target $25 to $30, potentially new all-time highs if we get the USPS contract. But even without the USPS contracts, they're getting orders, so that is really fantastic for this company. So that's fantastic. So now let's talk about some of the other stocks that I talked about in the past that are doing very well, especially for yesterday. We have Bitcoin stock, one of the high price stocks that we talked about from yesterday, that can significantly break out to the upside. I made this video about this company a few weeks ago when Bitcoin price was breaking out. As you can see, we're talking about it when it was round over here. We can anticipate a significant move to the upside. It basically made $100 move from the price point that we talked about it. So it's really fantastic. It went from 425 to 425 right now. It even hit $444. So it's all because of Bitcoin. As you can see, this stock is just continuously moving higher and higher. Also, the other company that we talked about also hit at all-time highs because of Bitcoin. And this is a Bitcoin mining companies. The first company that I talked about was actually a Bitcoin storage company, but this one is a mining company. We're talking about it was below $4. Right around over here, as you can see, now it's at the 52-week high of around $8.69. It's getting closer to that. So especially with breaking out to the upside, in spite of how Bitcoin prices are performing very well. So the other company you also need to be watching is going to be MARA. It slightly went up to the upside, but it decided to sell off, unfortunately, to the downside, but still is ideal price point to get involved in is you can risk off of the $10 area if you want to get involved in it. And the other company that we also talked about was going to be HUTMF. It is an OTC stock. It also had a phenomenal day today. It's up 10% to the upside. So be on the lookout of these Bitcoin stocks. If Bitcoin continues to rise higher and higher, these stocks are also going to be going higher, making new 52-week highs, breaking out to the upside. So that is fantastic. Now let's talk about a company that dropped more than 50%. Now this is also a company that made a significant move, which is QuantumScape. So this stock went all the way from in the 20s to $132. Now it's sitting at $49.96, and it's been selling off drastically to the downside. Only today it's down 40.84% to the downside. So they're going to be doing an offering, and also there's been some rumors that came out their technology is not solid. So that is the main event that affected this stock to drop, but there's just rumors. I know the CEO came on CNBC to talk about exactly what's going on, and he mentioned that he doesn't even check the stock price basically. So he's just more focused on the work that they do. But if you're somebody that was holding this company, of course, this is a significant drop. We talked about it when it was initially breaking out over here. It went all the way to $132, but this significant move, this is a new SPAC company. So these SPAC companies are super volatile, and some of their shares are definitely on lockdown. They're not going to be able to sell out of their shares since the new IPO stock using the merger route. So be on the lookout for this company to potentially be selling to the downside, continuation to the downside. But if you believe in the technology of this company, I made a detailed video about it. They're working on a battery technology that you're able to charge it, and it can last for a very long time by charging like 15 minutes and things like that. So this is a really great technology company, but they're still not going to be in production or generate revenue for the next few years. So that is the downside of actually getting involved in this company. And the market cap is also a lot. Right now it's sitting at $17.37 billion without any revenue, without any kind of product available to the public. So it's really, really rough right now to look at and buy into this stock. But if you believe in the future, definitely keep watching it. It could potentially drop below, but if you want to get involved in it and chase it, you can definitely get involved in it right now, because it dropped more than 6 days to the downside. So it could potentially bouncing up to the upside, but it looks like it's a falling knife too at the same time. So be super careful, but definitely keep it in your watch list. But now let's talk about exactly what happened to this stock market today. As you can see over here, it looks like it was a bloodbath today. All of the major stocks that we talked about in the past, the major stocks like Apple, Netflix, Amazon, the big NASDAQ companies just sold out to the downside. Every single sector basically sold out to the downside. We have some new companies that we talk about that perform very well, specifically the stocks that are associated to Bitcoin. Also, some companies that have individual catalysts like Tesla stock. They did a phenomenal job of actually reaching their delivery numbers for the end of the year. And also we have NIO stock, and all of the EV companies that we talked about in the past also perform very well. So mainly this is due to people are speculating or saying that people are locking in profits if they're having a lot of profit going into 2021 for tax reasons. So that's why you can also say that when QS stock just significantly sold out to the downside, that could potentially be not only due to the offering news, but also people locking in the profits, because that stock went significantly to the upside in a very short period of time. So people locking in the profits, but nothing major really happened. Of course, we need to keep an eye on. There's a lot of economic reports we need to be watching out for this week, and also some political news that can affect the stock market. Of course, COVID also is going to be the main player as we move forward within this week, within this year. So be on the lookout for that. But now let's talk about exactly what are the important economic reports that we need to be watching out for tomorrow. So for January 5th, we have at 10 a.m., we got the ISM. Manufacturing index is going to be for the period of December. The previous was set 57.5%, and the median forecast is 57%. We also have, after the market close at 3:45 p.m., we have the Chicago Fed President Charles Evans is going to be speaking. So be on the lookout for these economic reports. This report is coming out after the stock market opens, so you might see some volatility. So be on the lookout for that. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. And make sure you manage your risk. These companies that we talk about, they're really speculative. They can go up and down 10-20% like easily. So be super careful if you are watching or involved in any of these companies. So definitely be super careful. Also, if you want to get free stocks, join free Discord chat. Links in the description box below. But I'll catch you guys on another video for tomorrow. Let's get it. Have a wonderful day.